What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. De'Aaron Fox is having a breakout season for the Sacramento Kings, and he's proven that he can be a starting point guard on a playoff team. And you got to remember, they in the West, and they're above 500 right now. And at the end of the day, De'Aaron Fox has been a master of getting to the first step. He uses screens, and sometimes he does it off the dribble, but his finishing ability was a little suspect his rookie year because he wasn't strong. He didn't really understand the game, and he always just ran there, sometimes reckless. And now the game is starting to slow down for him. You can just see him just change his pace right here and go with the normal finish, not trying to be too fast, not trying to be too reckless. Just does what he has to do to get the point, and that has slowed down again. He gets to the basket, acrobatic finish, but it's still under control, and he had a wide open lane, so he took it. Here he just creates off the dribble and just protects the ball by switching to the other hand and getting a nice finish. That's an uncontested layup, really, because when he released it, he had nobody blocking it. And again, he uses his angle and his first step to blow past his defender and get an easy layup off the basket. He's making the job a lot easier, slowing down the game, knowing when to change his pace and knowing when to finish. His jump shot has improved a lot too. He's showing a lot more confidence. He's not just chucking up jumpers. He's literally waiting for the right opportunity, and if they're going to just sag off of him, he's just pulling it up because they don't want him dumping it off or getting to the basket. So him adding his 15-in jump shot has really accelerated his scoring and made him more harder to guard because it gives him another option to put the ball in the basket if the pass or the layup isn't there. And you see this again, get the screen. He's shooting the three now a lot better. He's showing confidence in that three. He doesn't just chuck them either. He just takes the threes that's there. The defense gives it to him a lot, like you see right here. They want him to shoot the three, and you got to knock that down and keep the defense honest and keeping them respecting you, and it keeps the defense off balance because they don't know what you're going to do next possession, especially if you're knocking down that three-point shot. And that's something that he had to add to his game, and he can even do it off the dribble now. His confidence is going high with a three-point shot, and he's shooting a career high, so I understand why he's doing it. And again, this is off the dribble, pull-up three contested, late in the shot clock, 9 seconds, and he does it comfortably and knocks it down. Another thing of his game that has improved significantly is his passing. He really not rushing. He's really not trying to make a home run play. He just literally, as you see, jogging, taking his time, making the right pass at the right moment. And he has the shooters with Bogdanovich, obviously with Buddy Hield. He has the snipers around him at that 2 and 3 position, and he's utilizing it. And like I said, he stops, surveys the court, finds the open shooter, and gets a good three-point shot. And that's something that he really couldn't do and do under control as a rookie, and he's doing it especially now. And he's starting to know where his teammates like the ball. He knows where his teammates are at, and he trusts and believes in his teammates, and that's why you see him deliver the passes right on the money, and they finish. And he can even pass it in the inside, whether it's through the post or just dumping it off. He slows down now and just makes the right play. You see right here, and just makes the simple play. Cauley-Stein gets an easy basket, and you will also see him come off the screens and just make the right play and dumps it off to Bagley. Bagley, Cauley-Stein, they guys that rim run and stay around the basket, and he always knows that they're going to be in that area, so he's always watching for him. You see him come off this screen, and he lobs it right up to Cauley because he knows he's going to roll hard, and he does it before the defense even noticed he was at the basket. You see it again. Cauley runs hard, gets the step on his man, and gets the easy layup, easy dunk from the alley-oop. And again, if they can get a big that can stretch out the floor and hit mid-range jumper, he can be deadly. Final thoughts. And like I said, I promise you my final thoughts, the part that a lot of people love in the videos when I tell you the advance and how they can improve and how they also have changed and adjusted their game. The biggest thing that De'Aaron Fox has done since I have seen him and since he has been in the league is really trust his teammates and trust his abilities. And basically what that means is De'Aaron Fox knows what he's doing. And that's the best part because when he was a rookie, he'd go to the paint reckless. He'd turn the ball over a lot. He'd sometimes shoot jumpers even though he wasn't confident. And now the game has slowed down. He understands everything that's happening. and he's going out there just making the proper adjustments. And he has done that every game this season. And you need a point guard, especially when they're as young as De'Aaron Fox, to understand you don't always have to be flashy. You don't always have to be fancy. And you always don't have to try to go for the home run play. De'Aaron Fox is just making good basketball decisions. And that's what I want out of my point guard. I want him to be able to make the play that can help us win. De'Aaron Fox has been winning games in fourth quarters. He has been going out there trusting Buddy Hield, allowing Bogdanovich to do his thing, but also making sure everybody eats. But not only that, he's picking his spots when he wants to score. Like I said, sometimes he might go for elbow jumper. Sometimes he might go for the pull-up three. Sometimes he might just go and create his own shot at isolation and get to the basket, shoot a mid-range or hit the three, or even sometimes float. But he just understands the game a lot better. And that was just his biggest thing in college and his biggest thing in his first year of the NBA, just understanding basketball. And the thing that helps him the most is the floor spacing, but the fact that he has better teammates. This is the best collection of talent he has had around him, even though they still are developing, and this team is going to be very dangerous in the future as they continue to improve and grow together. This team could be scary. Will they win the championship? I think they're a couple pieces away, but they in the running for a playoff spot right now. They are not technically mathematically eliminated yet. And they just won against the Knicks today, which helps their chances of still making it, even though it don't look likely. This is a season that none of us thought that they would have. Even the Sacramento fans didn't think that they actually have a chance of making the playoffs going into this season. And it's all because of Fox and Hill. They trust each other. They play well off of each other. They perfect combination. Kind of do remind you of Bradley Beal and John Wall a lot. The only difference is they have a deeper roster, but that's what they need if they want to compete in the West. And they have competed. They have won games that's ugly. They have won games that's close. And they have won games that they should have gave up and lost, but they continue to fight. And that's the maturation and the maturity that they have this season. And that's why they have had the breakout season that they have had. And most of it is because of Fox. Knowing when to get out in transition. I had so much transition clips. I could have just said his master is in the transition. Getting steals, getting blocks. His speed was the most reason why he got drafted, is because he is so electrifying and he has the athleticism. But when he gets that ball in transition, it's over. Because it's either he's going to make the pass, and it doesn't help that he has Bogdanovich and Buddy Hield, because you have to guard Fox. He's a one-man fast break. Once he gets that ball, he's up the court quick, getting a layup or a dunk. And if you try to close out or try to take out the middle, he can always just kick it out to Hield, kick it out to Bogdanovich, or now just stop and hit a mid-range jumper or do a pull-up three, which he has added to his game even in transition. So my biggest thing is continuing to improve. De'Aaron Fox is averaging 17 and 7. And he's shooting 36% from three, which is about where you want to be. You want to be 36 or higher. We didn't see him fixing that three-point shot so quickly in his career. A lot of people thought that it would take him years to learn how to shoot. Now, he's not a great shooter. He's not Stephen Curry, but he is respectable, and he is a guy that you have to watch because he will take them, and he has confidence, and he trusts his jumper now, and he will make them. So De'Aaron Fox is not just a guy that's just trying to run through everybody and get to the basket. He's a smart, strategical player. He knows when to shoot, when to pass, when to give it up, when to play off ball, and when to attack. And that's the balance that he needed to be at the level and respect level he's at right now. And his maturity and his ability to understand the game and see the game in a different sight, because he slowed it down, I love it. And John Wall always said he had to learn how to play at a well-balanced pace. And you're seeing Fox, sometimes he's coming up slow, then he burst. Sometimes he's coming up slow, then he attack. Sometimes he come up slow and make the pass. The game is just so small for him right now, and he just diving into the water and doing his thing. And I love it, because I had Fox as my best point guard in that draft because of his upside and his potential. His ability to be a two-way player that may not be as good as a passer as Lonzo at the time of the draft, but now you can make an argument that he understands the game. And he could be a better passer than Lonzo. To me, he's already proven that he's a better player, and he has had huge amount of success so far. And he's showing ability to rebound. That's something that he didn't really show in college and in high school. But he's showing you that he can be a 4 or 5 rebound point guard. And he's averaging 3.7, which is basically almost 4. He's closer to 4 than he is to 3. I mean, well, to two and three, lower three. So I love that part of his game. De'Aaron Fox still has some room of improvement. I still feel like he has to have a go-to move. That's the thing that he's going to have to develop because right now he's just finding spots when to score. He has to be able to create a shot consistently. The drive, I wouldn't recommend that because it's just so physical. I like the fact, like I showed you guys in the video, that he's finding ways to get lanes that he can really finish around the rim. He's not just trying to go there and dunk on everybody, go there and just try to make a bunch of bull. He's going there because he knows it's an open lane. And when he gets there, he's either dunking it, laying it up because it's so wide open because the floor is spaced out, or he's just going in there trying to double clutch it to get a clean shot at the rim to make the shot. And that's something that he didn't do in college or his rookie year. And that's something that he has evolved and continued to build upon as he's been in the NBA. And now he has become a respectable finisher around the rim, even though I still think he can improve in that area significantly. That's something that he's going to have to continue to develop as his body gets more mature and more defined, and as his game slows down and he just understands the game even better. He can be a 20-point scorer, 7, 8, 9, 10 assists. Remember, John Wall averaged 20 and 10 before, and he was an all NBA defender at one point of his career. It didn't go consistently, but he was able to become 20 and 10 eventually, and he was able to become an all NBA defender, even though it was for one season. He still was able to accomplish that. And I don't see why Fox couldn't do it. Fox is a competitor. He's hungry. He's an attacker. He likes to compete. He likes to go at you, and he's fiery. And that's all winning. You want somebody that takes losing hard. You want somebody that's willing to put in the work. You want somebody that's not scared to go at anybody. You want somebody that, the fourth quarter, nothing is going. I feel like I can carry this. I feel like I can be more aggressive and create shots for me and my teammates. And he has all that. He just has to continue to find ways to stay efficient and find ways to get good shots. And I feel like this year he took a huge step in that, and that's why you see the numbers up across the board. Even when he was a rookie, he was just so up and down because of the playing time. Sometimes he'd come off the bench, get 25 minutes. Sometimes he'd get 30. Sometimes when they got injuries, he'd start, and he just couldn't get that consistency that he has now. He wasn't starting from the jump. He had to come off the bench, and I think that's something that helped him too, understanding his teammates, understanding what their needs is, and have been building up that chemistry. And that helped them dramatically this season. As you see in the footage, he knows where everybody's at. He knows when to pass it, and he knows when to probe. And he knows if I can't probe, use the screen to get a first step, use the screen to get the jumper, to get the separation, so I can get a good look at the basket. And that's just understanding basketball and making the right play, making the right decision. And he's already improving in that area significantly, but I still think he can take his basketball IQ to another level, and I don't see why he can't. But I definitely want to see him put more effort defensively. He has the speed. He has the speed and athleticism to play in passing lanes. He just has to be a little bit more aggressive without fouling. But I definitely think he can be an all NBA defender before he retires. And hopefully he can get to that level and sustain it. You just don't want to make it one team. You want to be the best defender for your team because it helps you win and it helps make your opponent's job a living hell. So I think that that's something that he can improve on, but that's something that he shows the ability and he has the competitive fireness to do it. It's just understanding the fundamentals, getting in the right stance, not taking plays off, and being locked in and focused on who you're guarding, who you're rotating, who you're switching on to. And that's going to take some time, but I still think he can get there. And I don't see why he can't. He has everything, all the tools, the length, the size, the speed to do it. It's just all about focusing, preparing, sticking to the game plan, and not being scared to go at somebody and be a little bit of physical and also be aggressive. And if you can do that offensively, I see why you can't. I don't see why you can't do it defensively. So to me, De'Aaron Fox is one of the most fun and exciting players. Remember, he had big games in college that made everybody talk about him. That's what helped rise his draft stock, and he had it against some of the better players in college. And that's the fiery spirit that I'm talking about, that he's in the West, and he's literally out there competing against all these other great point guards, which is loaded in the West. And he's standing out. A lot of people have been talking about him. A lot of people have been covering him, and a lot of people have been showing him a lot of love because of the way he has played. But I still think De'Aaron Fox can be a 22, 23-point scorer while still giving you 7 to 10 assists. That's his ceiling. Like, if he can reach that, that's already overachieving for what people thought, because they thought he couldn't shoot threes. It would take him a long time to develop that jumper. That has already came at a respectable level, but he can get it to a more dominant level where now he can just pick and part and make you choose what you're going to do. Do you want me to drive? Do you want me to score? Right now, he relies a lot on the screens and a lot off the dribble. But once that jump shot get going, it's going to be a weapon that he knows he can always use. I don't think that's his level right now. I just feel like he has the comfortableness that he can do it. He don't have that mindset where he can do it anytime he wants to, and that's what's going to break De'Aaron Fox and put him in the right direction. Once he feel like he can pull up and do whatever he wants to do on the court and make you pick your poison, that's when you know it's over. Oh, he's gonna blow past me. Oh, he's gonna pull up. Oh, he's gonna knock down the three. And if you giving them those shots and he's making them, it's become a whole different logic of how you're gonna have to guard him. And once he gets to that, it's gonna make everybody's job easier because they gotta stop Fox, they gotta prepare for Fox, and he's creating so much chaos, whether it's collapsing the defense or abusing you in the pick and roll, to now you have to change how you play defense to slow him down, which opens up other opportunities for his teammates to get layups, dunks, and threes. And they have 3-point shooters, they have the inside scorers. It's just about Fox getting to that level to where he can force you to pick how you're going to guard him. And if he gets so good at it, every option is going to be a weapon for him to use on you, which makes his job and his teammates' jobs a lot easier once he gets to that dominant level, which I hope he can, and I do think he will get, but he's not there just yet. I guarantee he will be an all-star. If this team was in the playoff race, he probably would have been an all-star, but they were just out of the playoffs. But they 2-3 pieces away or a superstar away from going to a borderline playoff team to a lock in the playoffs. But if they want to win a championship, they're going to need a lot more development for Fox, and they're going to need at least 3 more pieces to really take them to that contender level. But they're still young. They're not even close to being 30, so they still have time to figure it out, put the right pieces, develop, and still, help them mature and understand the game and also grow together. But they lost some people already this year. They're going to have to shuffle a couple more people to really build around Fox. And if they want to, if Buddy Hield turn into that superstar player, he will be the next guy, but they got to pay somebody. And if it's Fox and Hield, that's not going to be enough to win you a championship. But if you can use Fox and Hill and get another player and another player to build around them that fits them and or even breaks how they play and makes them change their game to the point where it's harder to guard this player that makes their job easier, they'd be tough. But as of right now, they're one of the most funnest and exciting teams to watch, and it's just fun to see the excitement that they have around the whole entire league. The media is talking about them, the fans is talking about them, and it's all because they're winning. It's all because they have surprised people. And now the only tough part is everybody know you can play. Everybody is prepared for you. That's going to be their toughest thing next year. Can they live up to the hype? You have a season like this, and you still could make the playoffs. Now the expectations is different. You don't come in and look at the Kings the same way. You don't come in and prepare the same way because you have that respect for them. Can they handle that adversity next year? That's going to be the biggest question. Can they really come out and play like a playoff team when everybody's prepared, everybody respects them, and everybody is really ready to go at them? This year, they surprised a lot of people. They stunned a lot of teams. They stole a lot of games. And some games they never gave up and was able to take it. But you're expected to do that next season because how you played this year. Can they live up to the hype? Can they really get to that playoff spot? That's what they're going to have to do if they want to make the All-Star teams, and that's what they're going to have to do if they want to be taken even more serious as a contender in the West. Development is one thing, preparation is another, but when everybody loves and respects you and know you can play, it's another level to how you have to prepare so you can beat the teams that respect you. So that's going to be their biggest challenge next year if they don't make the playoffs. Everybody expects us to make the playoffs. Now they're going to prepare for us. Now they take us more serious, and now we ain't going to be taken by surprise because we know who y'all are and we know y'all can play. Can they really win in that type of field? We'll see. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that liked on Facebook. Check out my playlists. I do NBA breakdowns just like this, discussions. I cover the draft. I cover summer league. I also cover the season preview, and I also do trades, buyouts, and everything NBA. Try to go 365. I'm the primary sole producer on this channel. I'm the only person that make videos and write all my content. So the support on Facebook and liking the videos and commenting, keeping the activity going is important to keep the channel alive and kicking and growing. Thanks for everybody that supported the channel. Thanks for everybody that liked and did the little things and continue to stay subscribed and grind and ride with me. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. It's fun and I love doing this. And thanks for everybody that watching. Let me know what you guys think about the video and De'Aaron Fox in the comment section below. And will the Kings be a playoff team next year? Can they win it this year? Or will they collapse and not live up to the hype and the pressure now that everybody's ready for them and respect them? We will see at how this season ends, and we will see next year what happens with them. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis. I'm gone, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.